The Warriors got their rings last night, and then they got busy waxing a Lakers team that couldn't hit the ocean from the deck of their yacht. The Lakers shot 3 of 22 from three-point range in the first half, finished 25% from distance for the game, and afterwards LeBron James had these thoughts.
I think we're getting great looks, I think, but it also could be teams giving us great looks. I mean, if you be completely honest, we're not a team that's constructed of great shooting. And that's just the truth of the matter is, it's not like, we're sitting here with a lot of lasers on our team. So, but that doesn't deter us from still trying to get great shots, and when we get those opportunities, you take them. But we're not sitting here with a bunch of 40-plus career three-point shooting guys.
It's a pretty frank assessment from the King. So we'll deal with what changes they might make eventually. But Stephen A., let's start with what they have. They have a new coach. They're 0-1. What can the coach do to try and make things better right now?
Right. You don't have any shooters, okay? That's really what the bottom line is. And as a result of that, you're incredibly inferior. You looked at the Los Angeles Lakers last night. They looked like a team that knew they did not belong on the same court as a championship squad. They looked woeful as far as I'm concerned. And I felt sadness for LeBron James and Anthony Davis, because I can't count the amount of times they kicked it out to open shooters that couldn't drain shots. And they were not open because the Golden State Warriors didn't fail to move and make sure they transitioned defensively or whatever. They were open because the Golden State Warriors quietly, subliminally, or whatever word you want to use, sat up there and said, they with us. Let them shoot. We know they ain't going to make but so many shots. And sure enough, from three-point range, they shot about 25% for the game. This is a team that is devoid of shooters. That means they're reliant on a 20-year veteran approaching 38 years of age and a guy in Anthony Davis that every single play, every movement he makes, we wondering whether or not he's going to get up once he goes down. It's a sad situation right now. It's not woeful in terms of them not going to win 30-plus games or anything like that. But, I'm just looking at the Lakers right now, and their season to me, unless they make a move, is over before it even started.
It's like running it back, right? But what are you running back? Last year we saw what they were, what they weren't. And so they have some cosmetic changes, but why would anybody think coming into this? I didn't think as they took the court last night that I was going to see anything different than I saw last season. Did you?
No, not at all. No surprises. And we talked about this, and we talked about it last season. The Lakers made their investment for LeBron to win this championship in the bubble. You double down, you add Anthony Davis, it's a win. But when you get Anthony Davis, he may be injury prone and not be able to carry you for the 82 games. That's what we're now seeing.
But subsequent to that, Jalen, they sort of hitched their wagon to Russell Westbrook, and that did not go well last year. We thought maybe Darvin Ham would have a new plan for him. I didn't see that vision last night. What is that going to be, Jalen?
The original plan was to bring him off the bench, something that I talked about they should do to maximize the starting unit and the second unit. But with that being said, get him to commit defensively and hope that you can get him to buy in as a teammate. But X's and O's wise, this is a play-in team, Greeny. Like the LeBron saw the Golden State Warriors not only unveil their championship rings, but their new toys. Ooh, here's Wiseman, here's Moody, here's Kuminga, Jordan Poole got a new deal, Wiggins got a new deal. LeBron was sitting back looking like, we don't have lasers, they got everything. That's what he was comparing his team to.
Can we say, I know it's the opening show, we just started. Can we just get it out the way? Rob Pelinka, you better make a move, my brother, or you're going to be without a job. The bottom line is you got Miles Turner out there, Buddy Hield. Now, that's not going to win you a championship, but another shooter and a big man to play the 5 so Anthony Davis doesn't have to, along with LeBron James on your squad, they can make you much more competitive. It can get you to the second round, potentially, of a Western Conference Players League. You be respectable. The fact of the matter is Jeannie Buss ain't playing. And if Rob Pelinka and them don't make a move, and this is your team, this is going to be his last year as the GM.
So I want to ask you a question, because I know coming from me, people are going to think because I played with Rob, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. But they underestimate. I play with a lot of people that's in the league that I talk about all of the time.
We don't question that.
So with that being said, this what I want. Didn't he deliver on what they asked him to do? And that's get LeBron a championship. Yep. You got to mortgage so many of your young players. Look around the league and all of the young players between AD, LeBron, and Russ that the Lakers gave up in order to invest in that championship.
Go back and look at the Russell Westbrook trade. You gave away some assets at that particular time, and Kuzma, KCP, right? That was a shooter. Kuzma could shoot a little bit. What I'm saying to you is this. They won the championship, and then after you win the championship, you could stand pat. You didn't have to appease LeBron. You elected to do so.
You just said it. You didn't have to appease LeBron.
That's right, because you already got the chip.
So if you're Rob Pelinka, you're doing what LeBron and Jeannie wanted you to do. So now that we have Russ, don't think that it's on me now until we get rid of him.
Remember, and here's the thing. They still had to do a lot of those things to keep LeBron and get AD. They did. So it's not just the Russ part, Stephen A. There's a whole, the landscape of the NBA is littered with people that
Randall,
the Lakers
Ingram,
gave up. Yes.
Caruso.
Ingram, by the way, who we can see tonight with this reconstructed team in New Orleans, which is really going to be a threat and entertaining as heck to watch. But Stephen A., they won their championship. Basketball is too good now in too many places, and there are too many good executives and too many players all over the world to think you are just going to ride in and be consistently great like this is the 1980s and a handful of teams. That's done. That's over.
What we're going to do is we're going to revisit this conversation in the near future. And what's going to happen is that I'm going to have the roster for you that they had in place after they won the championship before they acquired Russell Westbrook. Yeah, you didn't have to do that. He did that. He didn't have to. That's why GD Bus is going to hold him accountable. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.